Hey guys, today we'll be having a look at my Yamaha SG800 from 1979 in persimmon red. Let's get into it. So I bought this guitar while I was over in Japan in December of last year. I was on the search for a really cool Yamaha. I'm a huge fan of Yamahas. I've got an SFX Yamaha and also a Revstar. I've owned a few Pacificas in the past as well. And they've all been really great guitars, very reliable guitars. So the reason why I decided I wanted a Yamaha SG was because I went into the Rock-In, that's a shop here in Perth, and I tried a Yamaha SG-600. Even though it was a middle of the range instrument and it was quite cheaply made, well, for its time, it was an amazing guitar and it played really, really well. So when I went to Japan, I knew that the SG was definitely a guitar that I wanted to have a look for. And when I got there, I stayed in 3 different cities while I was there. So I stayed in Tokyo, I stayed in Osaka, and then I stayed in a place called Kumamoto, all the way down the bottom. When I was in Tokyo, I went to a few different shops there, and they didn't really have anything. I only had 1 day to spend there before flying over to Osaka. And then in Osaka, I had a look at a shop called Ishibashi Music. I asked them if they had any Yamahas. They only had the new ones, the new Revstars and Pacificas, and then they had a old SF series Superfighter Yamaha as well. So I couldn't find it there, and then when I flew over to Kumamoto, which is quite a small town down the bottom of Japan, I went to a few different shops there. They had a second-hand store there. They had a Yamaha Les Paul. There should be a photo right here, as well as some other pretty cool guitars that I snapped a quick photo of, but still nothing. So I resorted to looking at the auction sites over there. So Yahoo Auctions, Mercari and Rakuten, those are the 3 main ones. And because I was staying at a house there, I had a residential address. I went online, I had to look at a few different auctions and buy it nows, that kind of thing, and I came across this Yamaha SG800 in red. Now, when I saw the photos of it, it looked pristine. It looked in amazing condition. So I knew it was missing the pick guard, but the person who was selling it did a professional setup on it, put brand new strings on it. So when I got it, I only had it out for a few days because I had to pack it up and send it to Perth, Australia, where I live right now. So I packed it up, I double boxed it, I did all of that stuff, and it was probably about the 12th of December I sent this out, and I got back on the 20th, and then the guitar came on the 22nd. So it was not that far behind me, really. But getting the guitar out here, plugging it in, just sounded great. It's got this mid-rangey tone that a lot of my other guitars don't have. It also features 2 push-push coil splits. I love the push-push. Push-pull is a bit annoying. So this one, you just push it down once, comes up, then push it down again, like that. So here's the full-on humbucker. And here is the single coil. And same for the neck, here's the humbucker. And coil split. You can hear it a lot better on the clean sound, so let's head over to a clean sound. So here's the bridge on my twin reverb preset. Bridge humbucker. Here is the bridge single coil. Here is neck humbucker. And neck single coil. Really good for that kind of funk stuff. So, artists that were notorious for using this guitar, Carlos Santana was one of the first ones to adopt this kind of shape. He even had his own signature model at the time. Also, a lot of punk musicians use the Yamaha SG shape, especially in England, in the hardcore punk scene. They use a lot of Yamaha SGs, usually like the 2000s and the usually the SG200s and the kind of lower models, and they'd plaster them as stickers and take out the neck pickup and things like that. Another guitarist that was quite well known for using it was Phil X. He used to have a Yamaha signature model as well. That was a white SG with a single P90 and then nothing in the neck. This specific guitar was made in 1979. I mean, there's not really much. It's made in Japan. It's got the classic pickups in it, and all the wiring is original besides the output jack that's been replaced, and the pick guard has come off and since been lost somewhere in Japan, I presume. If you have a chance to get one of these guitars, you should definitely buy it. It plays just as well as a Les Paul. Played countless Gibsons and Epiphones, and really I found that this is probably one of my favourites so far. That's the main reason I got it. And of course, on the back, I put a sticker on there. That is Kumamon. That's the mascot of the town that I stayed in Japan. just as a little reminder of where I got this, you know, to give a little bit of history and character. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions on this guitar at all, leave them in the comments below. I've got a rig video coming out this Friday, as well as cover this Monday. Stay tuned for those, and I'll see you later.